Taurus, I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general love reading, a 5-card spread. But before I do that, I want to offer these 2 beautiful roses as a token of my love and appreciation for you all for supporting me. You all are wonderful, amazing humans, so thank you all again for supporting me. I can't believe we're closing in on the 1,000 subscribers, so thank you all so much, so much. My goodness. Anyway, so this 5-card spread includes where the first one is about you, the second the other person, the third the relationship, the fourth the past, the fifth the future. But as you can see, I wanted to keep wearing my beautiful lacy gloves that the human had purchased for me. Because if you look at, sort of the ruffles of this dress, it sort of, matches, the lacy gloves. So I just kind of wanted to do a little bit of matching for today. So anyway, let's get started with card number 1, which is you. Ooh, you get the Magician. Oh my goodness. You're definitely creating something very passionate, like some kind of love spell, love potion, situation. But you're definitely in the manifestation of actually creating probably the relationship of your dreams. And this just looks beyond very beautiful, very passionate. This is a Gemini Virgo kind of card. You could have Gemini or Virgo somewhere in your star chart. I mean, but this looks very, very, yeah, it looks very beautiful because, it's like, you're the one that's, putting in the time and effort in this connection. You're the one that's pretty much just saying, okay, it's like, I know what I want in this love because, Venus is your planet, the planet of love. So, yeah, you're the one that's actually going to be putting time and effort into this connection. Wow. This looks very beautiful. Now let's look at the other person. Oof, okay, you get 5 of Grails. When I can't really show the 5 of Grails, so I'm going to just hold it here and just tell you about it. Yeah, okay, it could be another water sign. I mean, it could be a water sign, well, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but this individual looks very unhappy, disappointed, despaired. My goodness, Yeah, I wonder about this connection, because, it's like, okay, you're the one that's going to be putting time and effort into it, but it seems like the other person is not really going to be reciprocating the same amount. Yeah, it's just, I'm just kind of a bit worried about the other person, why is the other person unhappy? Well, and that's why we're going to also look at the other cards so I can give you a better idea, instead of just thinking, okay, the other person is probably really depressed about something. But let's look at the connection. The Fool. Okay, this is kind of a leap of faith, leap of chance kind of situation. Maybe you're the one that took, the leap of faith, got on that metaphorical diving board and jumped into the pool. Or maybe the other person, did the same. And then, when you take a chance in anything, it's like always a 50-50 chance of thinking, well, is it going to be successful or a big failure? Well, we don't know that because, at the beginning of any kind of chance opportunity, nothing is ever guaranteed. In one moment you pretty much just think, okay, I sense it's going to be a very beautiful connection, but on the other side you might think, I sense it's kind of, it might not work because, it's just a chance that something may or may not work out in the end. Well, I'm still not able there to really give you an entire, good read for now, because let's look at the past. Okay, Queen of Scepters. You were the one that took the leap of faith. You're the one that pretty much jumped in, and you were probably the seducer. If you look at this Queen of Wands, look at how she looks. She's kind of leaning on, on her back more or less, is kind of, seducing and saying, ooh, come hither. It's like you're the one that probably, had so much love passion, and it's your sign, you're the Taurus, you're grounded, down to earth, you're Venus, you love, and I just see here, that, yeah, you were the one that pretty much instigated the whole connection between you and the other individual. Well, I want to know what the future is. Okay, it's 10 of Knives. There's definitely going to be a divorce breakup situation coming up, and I'm afraid of it. So I'm sorry if that may or may not be the case. I mean, if that may be the case, yeah, I think, yeah, the other person is probably not as happy as, well, maybe once upon a time, maybe you're the one that actually took the, the initiative and said, okay, it's like, I'll promise you. And the other individual was pretty much a bit on the uncertain side of thinking, I'm not sure if I want to proceed with this, but the other person, I don't know, really. I'm just, sensing that sometimes, when one person feels a bit fragile, it's like, if somebody, he courts them, for example, and says, hey, I'm interested in you, and the other person is too afraid or too shy to even say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, or I'm taken, or whatever, the reason may be, for any kind of uncertainty. But, yeah, so then, maybe the other person, could have also deceived you into thinking, oh, okay, I'll proceed, with this, connection, and then later on thinking, no, actually, yeah, misread the situation, or I'm not really actually that interested at all. Yeah, wow, this is all, a bit on the negative side for a love reading, but I would pretty much try to be open and communicative with this individual to see how they are actually, how they feel, if they, seem, overjoyed, like, no, 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 oh no, it's all me, no, 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 no. If they start acting like kind of, all, like, oh God, all defensive, when you say, hey, well, did you want to break up with me or divorce? And they're like, oh no, heavens, no, why would I, blah, 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 just kind of just, keep calm and just, will say, look, I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to, get upset, but I just want to know if this is, actually, meant to be, and not just because, you're afraid to express yourself or something. If somebody gets immediately defensive, saying, oh, no, 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 well, blah, 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 that usually means that they are definitely hiding something. So I'd definitely look into that, just kind of start communicating and just start talking and see what could happen. And yeah, just take it from there. Okay, I'm going to continue on with the Vampire Oracle and to see what other information I can offer. Courtesy, thoughtful, polite, and good manners. Interesting, It seems like that you're the one who's very courteous, thoughtful, polite, and good manners. So the thing is, about good manners and being thoughtful and courteous is to also be very open to communication and thinking, okay, it's like, yeah, just, say, okay, I can understand, if you have any trepidations, any kind of, mixed feelings, and yeah, just try to be, as polite and understanding. If this individual, seems to be very hesitant and distant, they're usually something going on with those people. If they're saying no, 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 or or if you say, hey, I'd like to go on a date, and the other person is just kind of blowing you off a little bit and just saying, no, I'm just incredibly busy, or I'm, or anything, just to avoid you or something. I would just, try to be as polite and understanding as possible. And just, say, okay, I'm not going to get mad, but if you really do not want to be with me, just please let me know, because I, I could easily, will find somebody else if you're really not interested. And maybe, and that's when the other person can say, you know what, I'm actually not that ready yet. So instead of being stuck, in a mixed, communications kind of situation, Okay, I'm going to finish off with the Favole card. Okay, you get 6 of Wands. Okay, so 6 of Stars, or 6 of Crosses, which is 6 of Wands. There looks to be a celebratory moment, though. And, the celebration could be, that there's proper communication where you think, okay, I finally hit, I finally, got a good understanding of this individual. Maybe this person is, unhappy or depressed, for their own personal reason, and it pretty much has nothing to do with you. But this could also be a moment, where it's going to be a beautiful, successful situation for you, where this, 5 of Cups individual, finally, breaks up with you, and then you actually do find somebody who's just very loving and will, definitely want to get married and get engaged someday. So I'm going to leave it at that for you, Taurus, but if this reading resonated for you, please feel free to subscribe and join me on the future for more vampire information I can offer for you as a vampire tarot guide. I want to thank you all so much again for supporting me and my channel, because we're closing in on 1,000. Oh my goodness, wow. But anyway, in a few days I'm going to go back to general reading, so I'm going to go back and forth between general and love for now, but I just want to, wish you all a wonderful evening, and thank you so much again. I love you guys.